by them, but Misery looks to be a little bit vulnerable in the mid lane. And instantly reinforced by Wii.
Well, that's a nice rune for Shadow to have if he can force a fight while it's still up. That arcane rune lowering the cooldown, or maybe no, they're actually going to give it over to Blink.
They have that Observer Ward. DC know exactly what's going on.
Well, that's why they've already moved to the Dire side of the river.
They need to set up wards over here.
And
this T2 tower's going to go down unless Wings come over there, but no one's in sight.
They still have a relocate, but Io is probably the closest of any of these heroes. Like, he can drag Shadow up, but that's all. Chronosphere now on Faith. TPs begin. Global Silence once again making this difficult for DC to get the instant kill. But now the Timothy forward. Faith just explodes. They're going to have more damage. We'll see how he can get that ulti down. He can't, but it's all being chained up. Wings together, holding hands, and they make sides together. Just as they fought, no is so much in the tower. Chains away. Wings, they buy back on Faith. They need a good crush out from him. Blink is off cooldown. He'll find Sasuke over in the tree line, so he'll take a fall too. I will grab that with his Nylon tower. Still a costly fight for Wings.
If they lose a tower, they have to buy it back on the Slardar, and it's going to be really slow on his progression for that force staff.
Faith, Blink, crush. Mid-lane's resolution though. Time off the cooldown in a second. So he'll time dilate and then run away. It's like Faith trying to force an issue, or at least make it so DC doesn't feel comfortable to move across the map.
They had a lot of trouble breaking down Wii, and it's going to be even more troublesome as he picks up his Yule Scepter. He managed to get his Mystic Slayer off very early on into the fight. And he doesn't have any armor. He should be taken down a little bit more easily, but they don't really have too much physical damage to complement the Amplify.
What is any kind of armor item that Skyrath may want to pick up?
We see Veil pretty commonly on Skyrath, probably the best of the worlds, but Yule's is likely much, much better to help him out against the Storm Spirit in an instant cast so he can get out of a punch hook.
Oh, the smoke. Wings have knocked Ward up. ISIS will break it. Do they want to go on him? Roshan's not dead yet. They put the Timbersaw on the front lines. Difficult chaos. Trying to find that quick opening. Shadow's nearby. There is no Global Silence in trouble. Blink is down. He'll commit suicide with a Bloodstone. He'll be back in 10 seconds, but 10 seconds may be too long. Shadow will go down into the tent and relocate will fail. He didn't get it out in time.
They can hook out the Wisp, though. They can hook out the Wisp. That's the only play that I think they have to perhaps save them.
Eyesight said he's too far away. Now he's going to come down close enough to it. Innocence, the stun's there. Eyesight holds the hook. Instead, they may try and contest Roshan's Storm Spirit. Very easy to jump in, but the Observer Wards up for both Dire and Radiant on the cliff sides of Roshan. Here comes your first hook. They drag you up. They got the Grand to the 3-man resolution. He hit the money low right here. Chain forward. Wings, where's your extra damage? Resolution will keep chasing down after him. The Eels are up, keeping Faith out of it. And move. Still with eyesight. They're going to go with Faith first. He'll drop down. And they get them all. Wings. They had 5 feet. Time to fight through 10 of the graves.
What a godly Chrono Spear from Resolution. Wings thought they had that advantage with the high ground Observer Ward, but DC, they sneak an Observer Ward from inside the pit. Wings think they're safe over there. They think they're under the cover of fog, but I also really like the positioning of the melee heroes in DC. Resolution was standing to the north side of the woods, in case Touch throughout the hook, he could just turn around with the Chrono Spear, and Bruce is over there too, getting hooked instead, so that Face's Void can do what he does best.
Well, they give the Immortal over to Weeha. As they can look to the tier 2 tower. A lot going their way. Global Silence is back up for Wings, so they do have that strength in the team fight. 50 seconds for Resolution before Chrono is up. And remember, still DC want to fight around the timings of these big ultimates. And Wings, they want to make sure if that Chrono is down, they have Global Silence up there looking for kills too. Something which we haven't seen from Ice. This Pudge has been more like a get out jail free card. If you can stay in the right position.
They've been 5-manning a lot. They haven't really been in a vulnerable position for Wings to gank them with a real hook.
Ice, he's found Moon, relocates on the way. They got extra help, and Moon's gonna pop. Could not deny himself. He's actually in the neighborhood. I try and find a revenge kill. It was a relocate in, so he knows there's only going to be one hero left. And it looks like Ice, the man without a single point up in Flash Heap, will tie to the magical damage of Weed. Dire jungle, while on bottom lane, Global Silence helps kill a boy, so tit for tat between DC and Wings.
DC have to be careful not to give up too many kills. They actually gave the Aegis of the Immortal to the Skyrath instead. Maybe thinking that Face's Void not terribly useful after his Chronosphere has done, we being the biggest damage dealer on their side.
They might still be really concerned that we could just pop way too easily. Don't have him there, so hey, give him a second life.
I think you're more worried about the Faceless Void dying first in the fights. Timbersaw has enough Bloodstone charges to be almost instantly recalled into the fight. Faceless Void, if you don't have Chronosphere, you're actually pretty likely to lose the fight.
No to his item build on the Faceless Void. He went for Manta style as opposed to finishing up the Diffuser Blade.
That's fine. Both of them get out of Global Silence one or the other. It's also really good to counter the Punch Hook. As soon as you get Punch Hook, you Manta style, and the cast time on the Time Walk is not instantaneous. So it's an easy way to get out without having to rely on your team to back you up.
He's also bringing some damage of his own, going for that Yule Step we're talking about.
And Storm also picks up a Yule Scepter, more likely than not to counter the Sky Wrath, Silence, and Ultimate.
Give him some way to jump in and out. Some time to regenerate, some time to think about the fight. For now, DC, they're the ones holding advantage. They're coming in towards the mid lane. Towards the tier 2 tower. Chrono is up. Basically, everything apart from Global Silence is up. That's 42 seconds still on cooldown for Wings. Basically, it has some momentum on the bottom lane. Might make DC think twice about going to the tier 3s.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And that's exactly what happens. They're going to back out. New items from DC. We going for a very early game style build. Atos, Mules, and now a Blink Dagger on the Sky Wrath.
You get on the back line and kill that Storm Spirit, or sorry, kill the Silencer. He doesn't have a way out of the Silence right now. He is the easiest target to kill. If he gets the Ancient Seal on him before he can pop his Global, I think Wings lose that fight tragically.
So you need Silencer to have some kind of way out.
Or just good positioning too. We initially thought it was going to be a support Silencer, but Core Silencer, very vulnerable without BKB. Sometimes we see Shadow Blade come out from him, but might be a Force Staff at the moment.
Everyone's getting Yule Scepters. Faith just finished his.
DC.
Are they going to find anything with this? With a 4-man maneuver? And they're smoking at the same time as Global Silence is off cooldown.
And looks like they are going to show the Timbersaw in the mid lane, but they can easily recall him to the fight. Dire's use scan, they know exactly where they are.
So smart from Wings. They see it coming, but how do they react?
They need an Observer Ward.
They actually can't TP out Blink. Blink is walking so far over that he can just jump, and yep, there she goes into the tree line. Number one, but the seal is up. Yule Scepter will dispel it. Global Silence for Resolution. Drops the Chronosphere. They wait for him to hit the ground and then burn him in the light.
They knew that smoke was coming, but he didn't jump that far. I'm surprised he actually went to the right side instead of the left where the rest of his team was.
It was just the TP being on cooldown. Maybe he felt like he had to jump all the way to the tier 3 tower, but he had to close the distance to do that.
Perhaps, but if you just go to the left side, you have the Observer Ward there. You can hide, pop the smoke.
Innocence. Oh, Weeha! Blink in, Yule Scepter, the crush! He's on 4! They pull down Resolution! Oh, it's back to Team 4 tower! He'll time walk down at the 4 Misery trying to save him! The Agency model will trigger, so Weeha back up again! And they're gonna burn down the Slaughter! The assault into the base. Ice can't keep the fight going for Wings. Unable to latch that hook, but it's still Shadow finding a double kill, repelling DC.
They wanted to go in that small window where the Storm Spirit was still dead. But haste breeds mistakes.
And it does. The tier 3 town takes minimal damage. With every one of these kills as well, just a little bit more of that intelligence of DC gets stolen by Wings. Up to 16 now on Shadow. Slowly buffing him up.
I'm not sure if Wings can take large-scale engagements at this point. They still need more items up.
They're pinging out the top. I think Ice wants to go for a hook. They have a relocate available from Innocence.
Trying to make use of the last couple of minutes of this Observer Ward, but DC are grouped up far too much. And things are going to get a lot easier once next daytime hits.
Oh, the Observer Ward. They see Blink. He's walking straight into Misery. The Sun's the Mystic Flash. Yule Scepter up. Is there a relocate save? Yeah. No! Innocence! It's like he grabbed onto him, but not strong enough to pull him through the void. And now he's coming back in 3, 2, 1. And goodbye, Innocence. He'll spend his money before death, both mech recipe as well as buster recipe.
The Sorcerer has died 7 times this game. We is just crushing him at every turn.
May actually be on 1 Bloodstone charge soon. He's down to 3 Bloodstone charges on this Storm Spirit.
Oof.
And now he's building an item which you normally get when you have momentum. He's going back into the Orchid after Bloodstone and Mules. Well, Paul by the jungle, eyesight, and Mystic Flare doing some work. He'll survive. The Glimmer Cape keeps him invis, and Faith looking for the crush, but he missed it down. Resolution. They already found one. We have Insport inside the chronosphere, trying to kill the Sparta. Shadow will move over. Can they find the kill? Yule's up from Sparta. He'll go again up and towards the air. Shadow still wants his kill over on Weeha. Faith will drop in the meantime with a Rotovator because it should be enough with the Yule Scepter. Dispel. Shadow's running out of mana. The blink out. Weeha keeps the time going. Restless for the time up there. A double kill for Merz. And Wings tied it to the end of the earth in a stiff breeze.
Another phenomenal play coming out from Wee. Such an unlucky miss uphill as Silencer was going for the finishing blow with the amp damage still on Sky, but he is styling on them.
And they look for more. Blank having the ball lighting himself away from Moo. DC is starting to roll with the punches. It's going to be even more difficult to try and repel them as these early game items with this really strong mid-game drop hitting its mark from DC. We've got Diffusal plus Manta. They've got everything to deal with Global Silence, even almost a Lotus Orb up for the Timber.
Yeah, their items are coming out way too quickly. They really need maybe an Aegis on the Storm Spirit to get back in this game, but DC is showing no signs of halting. Skywrath almost has as many kills as Wings' entire team.
That is definitely an issue. If you had Wing in your fantasy team, you're going to be smiling all the way through.
He's still suffering a little bit in terms of net worth over the Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit could have been a way bigger threat had we not been playing this well.
But there's something too which Wings was probably expecting. Like we've seen it, like the panel was guessing. Black said maybe it wasn't the greatest time to pick up an Ogre, but DC have done it time and time again. They get that early balance their way when that Ogre rotates into mid, plus having an early game help, like the Skywrath Mage Orbs.
Yeah, it might be time to bring back the 2-1-2 mid lanes.
Maybe top lane, quick jump, Yule Scepter up, that's the Slider. They got 6, oh, okay, it's time to put me down thing. He didn't even have a chance to trigger it off as Moo finds the kill.
No chance.
Yeah, no chance, definitely Chandler. It's not a boo you're hearing if you're listening back at home. That is all for the Moo. As now the Hawk, nice ice, unable to hit that reactive armor.
Misery still needs to be recalled if they want to make this a 5-man push.
Where's your fight?
Oh, yes, Scepter. This is going to be insanely difficult for Wings to hold.
Especially during the daytime. Extra heal, Blink and a jump stop in. The time lock holds him in. The Global Silence. They'll actually pull Blink away with the Hawk, but now DC, no Global Silence to fight up against. They know they've got the advantage, they've got Chronos, they've got everything their heart desires. All they want is the rack. DC, everyone was pinging Wings to try and win this grand final. The favorites to do it for DC. They will be the first to claim the full set of racks on top. Fortification from Wings is slowing this fight down. Eyesight still looking for a good angle. Blink jumps in. They don't have the opening just yet to smoke the Hawk. It actually drives the Slaughter out of his clutch. They still don't think of all the multicast. Blink walks up down outside the corner. Starts the corner down the distance. He can't pull him out in time. They'll have to hold in. They have to back up the T4 tower. DC, they're rampaging on from number objective-based gaming. The GG wins the corner. DC can gain number 1 of the TI6 Grand Final against Wings. The boys that went all the way through the winner's bracket.
Jeez. We is insane on that Skywrath made. And